Thanks for checking out our close-up profile on Tom Cruise. For more than 2 decades, the New York native has remained one of the most bankable movie stars in the world. But does the future look equally bright for Tom? If you said no, you might just be in the minority. In June of 2002, Tom released the futuristic film adaptation of Philip K. Dick's Minority Report.
He's a great character, John Anderton, a guy who basically joins pre-crime because of the loss of his son. And he wants to rid the world of crime, and it's an interesting dilemma because they are able to predict crimes before they happen.
The project marked the first time that Hollywood's biggest star would work alongside one of Hollywood's most successful directors, Steven Spielberg.
Cut! Great shot!
Tom's very easy to work with because he's got all his lines memorized, but if you throw a new idea at him that he didn't have a chance to prepare, he gets so excited by that.
A sentiment Tom's co-star also shared.
He's such a hard worker and he's so diligent and just really generous to everyone on the cast and on the crew.
And when it was all said and done, Minority Report was a major box office hit, bringing in an estimated $358 million worldwide. But you didn't have to be a precog to see that one coming.
It's just a wonderful twists and turns, thriller action.
Never one to rest on his laurels, Tom continued to push his acting limits, and in December of 2003, he made the leap from an officer in pre-crime to a military advisor in historic times.
The Code of the Bushido really attracted me. Loyalty, honor, compassion, these things that are meaning for me as a man, in my life. And going into another culture and looking at how they live. And I remember as a kid seeing big movies, and they took me away. They brought me to a different place, and I wanted to do that. I hope audiences feel that.
The wide scope and cultural influence of the film required Cruise to train like he'd never trained before.
It took a long time to get me in shape for that. And we would do it from start to finish, those sequences, and over and over and over and over and over again. And he got us in that kind of shape. I was about 25 pounds heavier, and it was fun.
We worked hard together. We had to trust each other completely because the timing had to be perfect. One missed, and end of this movie.
Luckily, Tom came out of the experience unscathed. And at the film's premiere, he was all smiles.
Which one would you recommend as the funnest way to go if someone's going to go out there and be an action hero?
Man, I like the works, I like doing them all.
Doing them all.
I love flying. I love learning about the swords and the work that involved. Shooting pool.
That's right. Yeah, color of money.
I can't just choose one.
The Last Samurai, however, proved to be a wise choice for Cruise. The film earned him a Golden Globe nomination and sliced up the box office with an estimated $435 million worldwide. And it was Tom's faith in the project that made it all possible.
Nobody wanted to pour a lot of money into a film full of Japanese people. They absolutely refused, and he had to take bottom dollar to make it.
But Tom's personal faith was quickly taking a toll on the career he had worked so long and hard to build.
Probably the worst career move Tom ever made was in March 2004, when he got rid of his press agent, Pat Kingsley. And the reason was that the studio felt on his previous promotional tour he had talked too much about Scientology and too little about the movie, and Pat had to bring this bad news to him. He found it unacceptable, so he terminated their contract. He instituted as a new PR woman his sister, Leanne DeVette, who was an even more committed Scientologist than he was.
Well, then he wasn't controlled, he wasn't managed, he gave himself enough rope, and he repeatedly seemed to hang himself.
One of Leanne's first duties was to announce Tom and Penelope's breakup at the end of January 2004. Well, don't go anywhere because when Close-Up returns, Tom is in cruise control.
Easy, Mike, easy.
I'm not finished. Cut. You're finished. Cut. Roll. Action.
And later, it was the emotional outburst seen around the world.
It was sort of like the Hollywood equivalent of Where Were You when JFK was shot? Everyone was just in shock. They'd never seen Tom Cruise like this.